Amazon's Kindle Scribe has always been more than just an e-reader. When the first Scribe arrived, it felt like a new category. It wasn't just about reading digital books anymore. It was about writing, sketching, and making notes directly on the same device where you read. That concept made it stand apart from every other Kindle. And now, with the Kindle Scribe 2025, Amazon is pushing even further. Compared to the 2024 model, this is not just a small refresh. It's a deeper upgrade across display, performance, writing feel, and smart features. The question for most people is simple. Do these changes justify the most is writing feel? The 2024 model introduced note-taking, but the writing experience was not always convincing. The stylus glided too smoothly, making it feel more like writing on glass than paper. Some users adjusted, but many wanted more friction. Amazon listened. The new model introduces textured glass. It adds resistance to the pen tip, simulating the feedback of pen on real paper. The company also re-engineered the display stack to almost eliminate parallax. In the old version, it sometimes felt like the pen was floating slightly above the page. Now it feels like ink lands directly where the nib touches. Combined with the improved lighting, writing is much more natural. For students, writers, and anyone who loves sketching, this upgrade changes the entire feel of the device. Battery life remains the same as the 2024 model, and that is actually a good thing. You get up to 12 weeks of reading if you use it around 30 minutes. More importantly, it feels more natural to hold like a tablet. The thinner body and reduced weight add to this comfort. When you're using it for long hours, especially for writing or studying, that reduction in bulk reduces fatigue. That's not just a design change. It's a usability improvement that affects real people in real situations. Now, let's think about performance again, but from a practical angle. The 2024's processor was fine for flipping pages. But as soon as you used AI features, complex notebooks, or large PDFs, lag became frustrating. With the 2025's quad-core processor, Amazon is aiming to solve this. Imagine a student flipping through hundreds of pages of lecture slides, or a lawyer reviewing a 1,000-page contract. Those tasks demand responsiveness. In 2024, the Scribe could handle them, but slowly. In 2025, the promise is that it feels smooth, natural, and efficient. That doesn't just make life easier. It changes whether you can actually rely on the device as a daily work tool. One of the biggest shifts in 2025 is the oxide TFT backplane. For most people, those words might not mean much. But what it does is important. It improves contrast and refresh rate. It reduces ghosting, which is when faint images of previous pages linger on the screen. For readers, that means less distraction and cleaner pages. For writers, it means smoother inking with fewer artifacts. Combine that with the mini LED front light system, and the entire display experience takes a leap forward. Brighter, more even light, slimmer bezels, and an overall presentation that feels closer to high-end tablets, while still preserving the comfort of e-ink. That matters because the whole point of devices like this is to feel easy on the eyes. Amazon is clearly investing in that. Then we come to writing. This is where the Scribe 2025 separates itself most clearly. The textured glass may sound like a small change, but if you've ever tried writing on smooth glass for long stretches, you know how tiring it can feel. The pen slides too easily. There's no control. By adding friction, Amazon makes writing feel deliberate, grounded, and natural. Combine that with reduced parallax, and you finally feel like your words appear directly under the pen tip. For note-takers, that's huge. It removes the psychological barrier that made earlier versions feel like a compromise. Suddenly, you're not thinking about writing on a device. You're just writing. That's the kind of shift that makes technology invisible, and that's the highest goal of good design. Battery life staying consistent is also worth talking about. Many times, when devices get faster processors and brighter screens, they sacrifice endurance. The Kindle Scribe 2025 does not. It still promises 12 weeks of reading or 3 weeks of writing, based on 30 minutes per day. For heavy users, it will obviously be less, but the point is Amazon has kept its long battery tradition alive. That's critical because one of the main appeals of e-ink over tablets is not having to charge constantly. If the Scribe lost that edge, it would undermine its whole purpose. But Amazon preserved it even with the new hardware. AI features also deserve a deeper look. In 2024, Summarization and handwriting cleanup were nice extras, but they were slow and sometimes clunky. In 2025, faster hardware makes them more natural. For example, summarization can now help students condense long notes into quick study guides. Handwriting refinement makes messy scribbles look clean and professional, useful for work documents. OneNote Export opens up integration with professional workflows, so notes aren't trapped inside the Kindle ecosystem. Shading tools bring the device closer to creative tablets, appealing to artists who want to sketch ideas. And the Alexa integration adds voice functionality, bridging the gap between your notebook and your smart home. This is Amazon trying to position the Scribe as not just an e-reader with a pen, but a true digital notebook, something that replaces multiple tools in your daily life. The pen upgrades also deserve more attention. Many people underestimate the importance of feel. The 2024's hard plastic eraser was functional but unsatisfying. It didn't feel like erasing pencil marks. The 2025 softer eraser tip changes that. Now erasing feels natural. The stronger magnetic attachment also reduces frustration, because losing the pen or having it detach accidentally was a common annoyance. Together with the new textured glass, the whole pen experience becomes more seamless. It's the kind of detail you may not notice immediately, but over months of use it makes a big difference in satisfaction. Now let's step back and compare the two models overall. The Kindle Scribe 2024 is cheaper, especially with discounts. It still delivers a solid e-reading experience and basic note-taking. If all you want is to read books and occasionally jot notes, it's more than enough. The Kindle Scribe 2025, however, is designed for people who want more. More performance, more natural writing, more professional features. It's aimed at students who rely on notes every day, professionals who need to mark up documents, creators who want to sketch or brainstorm. For them, the 2025 is not just a better device. It's a more complete tool. But there's also the broader market to consider. Devices like Remarkable, Books, and Kobo compete in this space. Remarkable is famous for its writing feel, but it lacks the Kindle bookstore and ecosystem. Books offers more flexibility with Android apps, but sometimes feels too much like a tablet, losing the simplicity of e-ink. Kobo offers great reading features but weaker writing tools. Kindle Scribe sits in a unique position because it combines Amazon's huge book ecosystem with serious writing features. And now, with the 2025 version, it narrows the gap in writing feel and display quality. For people already invested in Kindle books, the Scribe becomes the natural choice.